Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today on Augustus Minecraft Tutorials I'll show you every piece of info about Minecraft biomes you need to become a Minecraft genius. So hop on! Now you may ask, what is a biome? Well, Minecraft homepage got an answer for you. A biome is a Minecraft region with unique geography, plants, and other characteristics. Biomes can have different environments, such as forests and deserts. So first of all, the plain biome. So the plain biome is a very common biome in the Minecraft overworld. It is actually the second most common biome in the overworld. And usually it is flat, it is treeless, it has a lot of grass and flowers, which is a very good way of getting dye and seeds for your farms. Your started farms in Minecraft Survival. The mobs spawning there are usually passive mobs during the day, such as pigs, cows, sheep, and horses. And plain biomes are the only biomes that you can find sunflowers in. So it's a good way of getting sunflowers if you don't know where to get them. So second, the forest biome. The forest biome is the most common biome in the Minecraft overworld. It has a lot of trees, so it's a good biome for logs, either birch, oak, etc. It has different types of trees. It often spawns passive mobs such as sheep, chicken, cow, especially wolf, which is very interesting. And you can get a wolf, so he defends you from your enemies when you are attacked. But as we know, the forest is a little darker than the plains, so there is hostile mobs spawning there too, such as spider, zombie, skeleton. So don't go there without a sword of some kind, which you will need. There is also two types of forest. There is the normal forest and the flower forest. The flower forest is a forest which has every type pretty much of flower in the game, so it has pretty much every type of dye in the game, so it's kind of rare, but it's a good place to get dye as well. And the dark oak forest is the only biome that has woodland mansions, which has also very angry mobs coming at you. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the forest. So next is welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Na, 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 na. Dun, 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 dun. Well, if you know that song, you're a genius. I don't know every lyric of it, but it's Guns N' Roses. Welcome to the jungle. Yeah, but that's not that's not what we're here for today. So the jungle biome. It's a bit of a rare biome. It's rarer than the plain biome or the forest biome. There's three types of jungles: the jungle, the sparse jungle, and the bamboo jungle. The jungle often generates in high humidity areas. The landscape often is composed by jungle trees with jungle logs 30 blocks tall, which is very tall actually. The mobs there are sheep, pig, chickens, cows, like in every other Minecraft area actually. But the special mobs you can find there are parrots, ocelots. The special blocks you can find are melons, vines. If you're in a bamboo jungle, you can find the bamboo and a panda also as a mob. So it's a very interesting biome to be in. Next up, well, I don't have a song for mountains. Maybe give some in the comments below. But mountains is a pretty rare biome that often generates in low erosion areas. The landscape is memorizable. It has a lot of stone, snowy mountains. The mobs spawning there are they can vary because there's actually 6 different types of mountains. Which are all very different. There is the snowy slopes, there is the grove, there is the meadow, then there is the jagged peaks, frozen peaks, and the snowy peaks after the 1.18 update, which made mountains a lot bigger actually. In all of them you can find mobs such as pigs, etc. But the special mobs you can find in mountains, and again it varies with the mountains: the rabbit, the fox, and obviously the goat, which is the new mob added in the game in the new update. You can only find it in the mountains and especially the snowy slopes, which is very high. The blocks there you usually will find are ice, stone, snow, etc. And interestingly, it's the only biome you can find emerald ore in, and it's very rare, unfortunately, but you can still find it. So, only biome that generates emerald ore for your emerald needs. Now it's time for the most boring biome of all. Actually, it's not that boring. Most people consider it boring, but it's actually okay, but it's actually not. Well, look, the desert is actually an uncommon biome. You don't find it really often, but when you find it, it's very large. It's almost unlimited when you think about it. It's consistent of sand, not a lot of vegetation. The only vegetation you find there is cacti and dead bushes. So really not a great place to live. There's no much resources there, no trees, very low water rates. But there's a lot of structures there, which is very interesting, like temples, villages, pillager outposts, and stuff like this. Also the water well, and the mob spawning there are almost none except for in the villages, obviously, with horses and cats. But in the biome itself, only rabbits can spawn, and also during the night more mobs can spawn, but they're obviously hostile, such as spiders, skeleton, creeper, slime, but also a husk, which is a version of the zombie that can inflict hunger on you. So because if he is in the desert, that's why he turns into a husk. So that's it for the desert. And now it's time for the most beautiful biome of them all, in my opinion, along with the jungle, the taiga biome. So the taiga biome is like a pretty rare biome, but you can still find a lot of those in some Minecraft worlds. And it's a good place to spawn in because it has tall grass. Its landscape is characterized by ferns, by spruce trees, by dandelions, by berry bushes, which are very useful. And you can get spruce logs, which is a very beautiful type of wood and also a very useful one. The mobs spawning there are the top four of Minecraft: sheep, pig, chicken, cow, but especially a high rate in wolves, rabbits, and foxes, which is very interesting for this kind of biome. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the taiga biome, one of the best, in my opinion, in the Minecraft world. And now it's time for the swamp biome. So the swamp biome is a pretty rare biome. It's a flat biome. It's flooded with a grayish looking water, or greenish if you will. It has a lot of vines. It has this darker tone, darker color, darker oak. So the wood there is oak, and additional blocks are sugarcane, clay in these types of waters, right? The lily pad on top of the water, you know, the green thing you can see here on the photo, and also giant mushrooms, but only in Bedrock Edition. And the mobs there are quite the same as like in a plain, but there's witch huts as a structure in the biome. So there can be witches spawning in this biome, and that's pretty much all for the swamp biome. Sorry. So it's the savanna biome time. So the savanna biome is characterized by ac- uh, acacia trees, yeah, tall grass, olive green vegetation, which is a very nice way of just saying like a more exotic green. The mobs there spawning are sheep, pigs, chickens, cows, but most importantly, horses, donkeys, and llamas often also. Savanna divides into three groups: the normal savanna, the savanna plateau, which is a plateau which is much more plateaued, more flat, and the windstep savanna, which has a stone also as a block more often, and falling water too, and high mountains. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the savanna hunana. Ayo, mate, are you ready for the Badlands biome? Well, sorry for the accent, man, but I had to do it. So, the Badlands biome has a lot of interesting characteristics. It has red sand, cacti, dead bushes, and interestingly, you can find gold ores there in structures called mine shafts. Mine shafts are very dangerous because they have spiders waiting to eat you and stuff. But in chests, you can find gold ores and other nice stuff. So it's pretty worth it. It's the only biome that has gold ores. So it's pretty special about this biome. And yeah, it also has terracotta. I hope I am pronouncing that right. And also that bushes, cacti. It's pretty much like the desert, only with red sand and terracotta, because it doesn't have a lot of vegetation except for when it's called wooded badland. Because there's three types of badlands. There is the normal badland, there is the wooded badland, which you can also find oak logs in, and the eroded badland, which just has higher peaks, and that's pretty much it for its special things. So yeah, ayo mate, you ready for the next one? Yeah, in it. Alright, so, oh, this is a hard one, man. It's the ocean biome. So, the ocean biome is actually, well, the ocean biome, so it's full of water. There's some islands on the top if you want, but mostly it's 99.99999% of water under the water. It's the largest biome by size. 30% or so of it is the overworld, so 30% of the overworld is oceans. Mobs you can find there are cod, salmon, dolphins, and if you're in a warm ocean, you can find pufferfish, squid, and if you're in a frozen ocean, you can find polar bears. There's a lot of variations of these oceans, obviously, which I will talk about later. Also, the mobs you can find are elder guardians and guardians when you are face to face with an ocean monument. Or also you can find a shipwreck as a monument in the ocean, which has a lot of loot, like diamonds and stuff. So it's very, very good for the player, but it's actually quite rare to find one. Then it's also characterized, this biome, by seagrass, by kelp, by this vegetation, but also if you're in a warm ocean, it's coral reefs, sea pickles, and tropical fish, which is another mob. All in all, it's a very complete biome with everything you need in it. And now for the types of biomes, there's a lot, trust me. First of all, there's the ocean biome, the normal ocean biome. Then there's the deep ocean. Then the frozen ocean, which you can find polar bears and icebergs in it, and blue ice and everything to do with ice, lol. Then you have the deep frozen ocean, which is like a more deep version of that. You have the cold ocean, nothing special. The deep cold ocean, which has more ocean monuments, but that's it. The lukewarm ocean, the deep lukewarm ocean, and the warm ocean, which is the most beautiful of them all, which has corals, sea pickles, and seagrass, and also dolphins and coral reefs, which is very, very interesting. It's very colorful. It's a very, very diverse place, oceans in Minecraft, and you just have to explore it. It's amazing. The time has come for the most bizarre biome of them all, the mushroom fields biome. So the mushroom fields biome is a very rare biome. You will not find it very easily in the game. It has a landscape of large flat islands, usually, well, almost always made from mycelium floor that accelerates growth of large and small mushrooms. Interestingly, small mushrooms generally appear only in the mushroom fields biome. Big mushrooms can still appear in dark oak forests, but mushrooms only generate in the overworld in this biome. The mobs spawning there are not a lot. There is the bat and there is the red mushroom, which is the special cow type like mob here. And there's no hostile mob spawning, which is very interesting. So it's a very safe place to be around the Minecraft world. That's pretty much it for the bizarre mushroom fields biome. It's time for everyone's favorite, the Nether biome. After obviously the Nether update, it became everyone's favorite because of all the different biomes, the sub-biomes there. First of all, the Nether biome is not in the overworld. It's the first I will present which is not in the overworld. It is accessible by the Nether portal, which you can get from flint and steel and some obsidian. The landscape is often composed by nether rack surrounded by lava, either soul sand, magma blocks, and it has no daylight cycle, so it's always night there. And actually, it's so different that I just have to split this category into different categories, if you will. So there is a lot to cover here. First of all, there is the most boring Nether waste, which it's just like the ancient Nether, which has lava, netherrack, and zombified piglins as mobs. You can also find ancient debris, which you can get very good swords with. Nether fortresses there with wither skeletons, etc., which are coming to get you, and it's the only place wither skeletons spawn in. Then there's the Crimson Forest. It has a lot of crispon trees, logs, fungi, hoglins and piglins living together and disagreeing with each other, fighting each other constantly. But the Crimson Forest is a very beautiful red biome. Then there's the Warp Forest. The Warp Forest is a forest-like biome. It has the most vegetation in the Nether. It's usually bluish kind of color. It has Endermen and Striders coming to you. Now the Soul Sand Valley is the most dangerous of them all, of the biomes in the Nether. It has soul sand, a lot of fossils, skeletons, ghasts, and Endermen as the mobs there. The last one is the basalt deltas. The basalt delta is a dark biome with basalt structure, so a lot of basalt with lots of lava and magma cubes, with blackstone, which is like stone for the Nether, good for stone farms, and from magma cubes you can get a lot of magma cream, which is good for the potion of fire resistance, which is very useful in the Nether itself. So that's pretty much it for the Nether. After the Nether update, as you see on these photos, it looks super beautiful. It is a lot more colorful than any other biome. So yeah, it's pretty much south of heaven, if you know what I mean. It's the final countdown. Alright, it's the final one. So it's the end biome. So good song, the end, the final countdown. Well, look, the end biome is a separate world, a separate biome from the overworld. So it's not in the overworld. You can access it through a stronghold, which you kill Endermen with, get their eyes, and put them in the stronghold. You will get to the end biome. So the end biome is a dark, void-like, space-like biome, right? Made from stone islands, bedrock, and obsidian. The stone there is the end stone, which is quite of yellowish, if you will. Also, there is end cities there, which is a kind of sub-biome with purple blocks, ender chests, stone bricks, etc. The mobs you can find there are lots of endermen, shulkers, and the special mob there, obviously, well, shulkers is also a special mob there, but the special mob to defeat it and end the game is the ender dragon. And that's pretty much it for the end biome. It's a very interesting space-like, not really Minecraft-like place, right? Very original place, which you can get a lot of achievements in. And yeah, that's a very good place to die in. That is it for this installment of Augustus Minecraft Tutorials. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you powered up in your Minecraft needs and Minecraft information. And yeah, you're one step away from becoming a Minecraft genius. You legends. Bye bye. I will see you next time, next video.